Cheers, everybody. Welcome back. It's me, the British lad who never forgets to get a sapling when they chop down a tree. Like, not a single time. Consistently right now, I'm in my prime. I'm at the top of the game. Every single time I chop down a tree, specifically dark oak trees, I get all of the wood, of course. I get all of the things that I get while getting the wood, like sticks, apples, various nice things. Forgetting to get the saplings, that would cause a whole headache. I would have to go all the way back over to the dark oak forest at the beginning of an episode, chop down the trees, explain myself. Yeah, it's all a process. So anyways, the meme of the day. Is this its fate? Like, forever? Is it always going to be an Oreo in the sky, floating, dumping iron out of it constantly, every single time I'm by it? Or should I do something about that? I did not forget to get the dark oak saplings. Statistically improbable. Anyways, welcome back to Minecraft Survival, episode number 8. Nothing is a coincidence. It's episode number 8. In between episodes, I cleaned up this room a little bit. Made some fancy improvements, I think. Right over here, you see, this is a kitchen, so I can eat a little bit more. The boat still needs a little bit more work, but it can wait. The iron farm, well, it's doing great. It's episode number 8. Now, back a couple episodes ago, I think it was maybe episode number 4, we found basically the golden ticket of this entire base right here. This is like the best luck in the world. A couple episodes ago, when we were down into the caves caving for diamonds, we found this right here. It's a spider spawner. Not only were spiders the 8th mob to ever be added to this game, but they also have 8 legs, 8 eyes, 8 parts of their bodies, 8s. As soon as it breaks day, things will be great. It's officially time that we improve the base with an 8. Please leave a like for all of those poems. I'm not an English major, then that took some time to work on. Ah yes, the very first spawner farm of 1.18. So the mechanics around these things are a little bit different. If it's anywhere below light level 11 inside of this room right here, it will actually be able to spawn spawners. So we need like a lot of light inside of that. Gonna have to keep that in mind. And how about a name tag? Okay, well, how about a name tag? Alright, well, amazing luck as always. Wait, actually, 4 buckets. What are the spiders doing with 4 buckets? I mean, I will take the 4 buckets for sure. So we're going to set up a farm around this thing, and this is going to be the sole source of experience at this base for a long time. Today, take a seat, please. Sit down, because I have an announcement. Today, we embark on a journey that will change this world forever, reshape literally everything that we do. Within a couple episodes of this moment that we're experiencing together, me and you, right here, full level 30 enchantment setup, a lot of diamond tools, and decent enchantments on many of those diamond tools. Maybe even some diamond armor too. I think we can pull all of that off, but to be able to actually pull it off, we need a couple things. Experience farm, so spider farm, that's what we're doing today. We're going to need a little bit more diamonds, so maybe fortune 3 enchantment. And then we're going to need cows. Cows, only the second best horned being to ever exist. So, last episode, I think I mentioned something about setting up a pen for cows. Truly, I really meant to do that in the last episode. I mean, what can I say? You know how life goes. It's the holiday season, busiest time of the year. My mind is everywhere. So cows, 1, 2 right there, that's like pretty much perfect. Come with me right this way to a glorious life inside of this containment pen right here. Double gate right here. I saw a comment about it. That's right. Look at this. Big improvements being made right there. Easily, seamlessly inside of the pen. Eat. So I'm going to have to try and remember to do that. Every once in a while, I'll try and run up here and feed the cows. I actually do have a little bit of wheat stored over there where my other sheep are. So hopefully I can remember to do that. That's going to help us out a lot. So really, it's not even close. My favorite type of experience farm is definitely going to be a skeleton one. Like, it doesn't even compare. Skeleton experience farms are basically the best thing in the world. However, my second favorite type of experience farm from these spawners is an experience farm that is like right near the surface. Right near the surface, that's exactly what we have. Right here, 72. Like, that's not bad at all. What I think we could do is set up a farm around this thing, make a small room for actually, like using the spawner, and then like a staircase straight up to the surface. We're really close to the surface, so might as well set something up on the surface today. So that's the plan. Set up a spider farm inside of this room. No need for an elevator because they're spiders. They're too smart for the elevator. And then we set up a small build on the surface. I think it's going to be pretty sweet. Also, because we're working under the ground, I'm going to get more cobblestone. And more cobblestone early game, I like it. And it's really not going to be too much work either because we did ourselves a favor. We have a consistent supply of iron now. When this pickaxe breaks, I make a new iron pickaxe. Then when that pickaxe breaks, I make a new iron pickaxe. And then when that pickaxe breaks, well, hopefully by that time, I'll have this farm fully set up. I'll be building an enchantment building. And then I'll be able to enchant a diamond pickaxe with fortune 3, efficiency 5, and unbreaking 3. And mending 2. All from the enchantment table. That's how it works. Oh yeah, and how rude of me, honestly. I'm a terrible person, lowest of the low. How could I? In the episode that we actually found the spawner, we were down in the caves. In that same episode, I asked for coffee order inspiration. I can't remember the one that I tried. It was something with vanilla in it. That's about as close as I can remember. It was a while ago now, but it was great. Like, it was amazing. So on that episode, if your order had coffee and vanilla and definitely something else in it, like the name was longer, thank you. Truly, your order, it's a true delicacy. Amazing stuff. Oh, a special moment for sure. The very first mossy cobblestone of the entire world. I'll be able to find good use for this. Alright, so digging this room out, easy enough. With the room fully dug out, let's figure this out. So water's gonna go right there, water's gonna go right there. Then I have to dig down even more, which is gonna be, I think, on these blocks to make the water pour down. Yep, that makes sense. So I do that right there. Then I need to figure out which way I'm actually pushing the spiders. But spoiler alert, I've already figured it out. I want to push them over this way. The mountain is over that way. I figured if I pushed them this way, I would have to do like a lot of building, like build a whole room inside of this giant ravine, cave, cavern, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, a lot of building that I don't want to do. If I push them over this way, we're gonna be solidly inside of the cave, like after a little bit of time. That I could set the room up, make a staircase up to the surface, set a building up on the surface, and boom, there we go. It's perfect. It makes perfect sense. Spider farms are cool. I mean, they're okay. Like, they're not my favorite, but I always, like, every single time I set one of these things up, I always forget how to do these things. I remember for sure that we want to move the spiders over. I don't remember how far. Then we let them climb, and then they will just drown themselves up in the ceiling with a trap that I set up. Fence gates water. Very, very simple. Funnel them over to the hoppers and then trap them somehow. I mean, normal spiders are pretty big. I think we can trap them with essentially a slab and a trapdoor to something. We can trap the spider somehow, and it's great for us, not the spiders. So they don't like to be trapped. Okay, let's see if this will work. A simple 3x3 or 3x2 in the middle. The water goes like that. Does it all go to the middle? Oh, it does. Gloriously perfect. 2. Okay, that's exactly it. Then we can probably make this a little bit longer if we wanted to, or not. Yeah, we can just leave it like right there. That's perfect. That's it. That's exactly it. Now the water trap up top. I mean, it's going to be painful. Why are fence gates still so insanely expensive? I mean, I guess how else would you actually craft one? But they're so expensive. This is like painful. I think I need like 12 of these things. 12? Who do you think I am? 12? That would have been amazing. It's 18. 18 fence gates is what we need. It's kind of insane. We line them right here. We put the water above the fence gates. Then eventually, out of sheer excitement, bewilderment, confusion, all of those things, the spiders climb up this wall, stand in the water like this, and just keep floating in the water, like climbing up the wall. And they drown. And that's that for the spider. The aesthetics of the room, clearly, this time around, they're going to be top-notch here. We got dirt, we got stone, we got cobblestone, we got dark oak fences, we got copper ore, and then the coal. But actually not the coal. I'm going to take the coal. There's no way I could leave this stuff behind. Whoa. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh, that wasn't good. I forgot that it has the floor. It has holes inside of the floor. Yes, that's right. The floor, it has holes. Yes. Haha. Let's try this out. Double chest right there. Hoppers go into the double chest, of course, to pick up all of the items. That makes sense right there. Then we do some more blocks right there. I think trapdoors on top of that. Yep, like that. Trapdoors right there. And then I think we do even more trapdoors on top of that. And there we go. That should stop the spiders from moving. So this room, I've been working on it. I can't decide if this is big enough or not. I'm definitely going for less of a claustrophobic feel inside of this room. I feel like this is good. This is pretty spacious. And then I felt so bad. I felt so bad. I feel like I do this every time. I was just going to leave the room alone, how it was, but it looked disgusting. I could not stand it, so I changed everything to stone. Now it's all at least one block. I feel like that looks okay. Now on this front wall, I did remember actually that light level is 11, so theoretically, I think I could maybe even just do like glass blocks in here in like a U shape so we could see into that room. I feel like that could be kind of cool, or even maybe just 2 tall windows, just normal solid glass, and then really basically, as long as I don't put any light like right next to it, like if I put it over here, I think it should be fine. The spawner should be able to run like perfectly smoothly. Not exactly sure what I'm going to end up doing, but it's time. It's time for the spawner to start and the spiders to start spawning. Yep, predictable. You would do that. Exactly as I thought. We put windows over there, maybe. We end up with spiders right over here. We walk up with a sword, take them out. I think the experience can get stuck, though, so maybe we do something like that, or like staircases, so then the XP can get through. It's perfect. That'll get us experience, string, and spider eyes for free. Now it's time to break away up to the surface. I had to run over to the iron farm to get more iron. I made a stop over at the boat to get carrots, and then I was looking around at the land. I'm kind of nervous about this. I don't know what to expect here. I really hope the staircase doesn't cut out into the water area, or at least not too close to the water. I need room for a build up here. Dirt. We have to be close. Grass. We're here. How close are we? Oh. What was I thinking before? We're not even close to the water. There's so much room for a build up here. I'm thinking right in here, we level some of this out, set up a build right there, mark the spider farm, have the staircase open. We can run right down there anytime I need. It's going to be perfect. This is exactly it. So staircase, we're digging it right now. Let's start there. Conceptually, very straightforward. A 3-wide staircase that goes all the way down. I move the ceiling up, so the ceiling doesn't ever even come close to our large, swelling forehead. When it comes to the aesthetics of a staircase like this, I think I've got it down. Let's make it look old. Let's make it look completely abandoned, like it hasn't been kept up in like years. I have a pretty cool idea for the building that I want to set up on the surface, and an old abandoned staircase is definitely gonna match the vibe of the building that I put up here. I want this place to feel dark, eerie, like you're walking into some sort of crypt. I feel like this kind of does the job. It's pretty simple, just stone all over the place, couple torches in the wall, keeps it really, really dark. It's mob-proof anyways. I think that's good. The aesthetics of this room down here, completely in the dark. I honestly have no clue at all what I want to do. I was thinking maybe I could actually just leave those open, or actually iron bars could look really, really cool in there too. The spiders are way too big to fit into that gap. I don't think it'll be a problem. Maybe I wrap it around, maybe I don't. I'm not too sure. The lower aesthetics of this area are going to be something that I absolutely have to figure out, have to work on. The upper aesthetics of this area, well, it's going to start by digging, like a lot of digging. I have to clear out a lot of space, which I mean is going to be nice. Until now, this spot right here, I've never had very much dirt inside of this world. I think digging out this area a little bit, flattening it out, making it ready for the build, is going to give me a lot of dirt. Hopefully I can stay stocked up from this point on. Stone bricks, for the first time. Love them. Symbolism. I'm into the idea of some kind of symbol representing the build that we have down under the ground. Unfortunately, we can't actually see the build because, yeah, like I said, under the ground, so symbolism. Now, I've been thinking about, like, symbols that I could, create inside of this world to really represent the build that we just set up underneath the ground today. What kind of symbol could represent a spider farm? Well, those are the questions that I've been deliberating on for a while. Like, really, since I've begun working on this episode, I've been trying to figure it out. Well, I think that I have finally come to a proper conclusion. I know the exact answer when it comes to symbolism for the spider farm. So, right here on the surface above the staircase, I'm going to set up a build. I cleared out a lot of space. I detailed the mountain a little bit. Like, it still needs more work for sure, but I figured I might as well, like, actually, get the build in first, make sure it actually fits. Then I could come back in and, like, clean up the mountain a little bit more. Of course, fix this horrendous ground. But yeah, I'm thinking a build sitting on the ground, like, right in this area right here. Now, right now, what we're going to do is build it all out of cobblestone. Cobblestone is a block. Certainly. But you see, to just demote cobblestone as a simple block, yeah, that wouldn't be fair to cobblestone. Not only is cobblestone a block, but it's like one of the most perfect blocks in the entire game because it's really, really cheap. Like, I can just get tons of this stuff really, really easily. And also, if I place it down and I don't like it there, I can take it out, and it's not a problem. Once I start putting stone onto this thing, if I break the stone, I've wasted the coal. And when it comes to coal inside of this world, well, I have a really cool spider farm, but I don't really have exactly, like, a lot of coal quite yet. One day, we'll have so much coal. That day is coming very, very soon, because really soon, of course, we'll have Fortune 3, we'll go back down into the mines, we'll get so many diamonds, so much coal, all in one episode. It's going to take one episode's time, and then we'll have more coal than we would ever need. But the reality is, that's not the reality right now. So, cobblestone it is to begin. Now, so far, I've been working on the build. I think it's been coming in pretty nicely. Maybe, if you're super, like, big-brained here, you'll be able to take a guess as to what this build is down below. If you're not sure, though, I mean, hey, it's okay, I don't blame you. I could be mysterious sometimes. Builds in Minecraft, yeah, they could definitely be mysterious sometimes as well. Sometimes you know what the build is, sometimes you have no clue what the build is at all. I would like to pause and take it in. So far at this point on the build, it has a grand total of 3 legs. 3 legs on both sides. It's going to equal 6. You know what they say. Nothing is a coincidence at all. 6 legs. 6 legs. That's what we're going to leave it at. 6 legs. And just know that I'm a scientist. I know what's going on here. Don't worry about it. 6 legs total. So, the build right here, those couple blocks. There we go. That's the build. I'm pretty sure it's a thing. With, of course, 8 legs. Like I said, it was always 8. That's the thing. What is it? Well, I don't know. Yeah, you know what? One more set of legs makes a lot more sense. It's a spider. They have 8 legs. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I was crunching the build down a little bit to make it save space, but it's fine. It doesn't need to save space. 8 legs it is. That makes sense. There we go. That's exactly what I'm going for. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in here and actually switch some of the cobblestone that I placed down just a second ago. Swap it out for stone. Mixing cobblestone and stone in here, I think it's going to make this thing look a little bit better. And it's also going to make this thing look a little bit older. I want this thing to look like really, really old. Like this is some statue, some strange mystical dungeon that has been sitting here for like centuries. Nobody knows how it works at all, but it just works. You don't have to know how it works. You know, it's a particular vibe. It's a thing. But then we're going to have the statue sitting a little bit higher up on a platform. I think setting this thing on a platform is going to make it make a little bit more sense. So we'll do a stone platform around this thing. Couple more blocks swapped out on the build, and then for now we end up with something that kind of looks like this. So a little bit of randomization going on here, still a work in progress for sure. Kind of want to get the building around this thing. Now the build around this thing, definitely thinking some kind of dome. I think that'll be cool, keep it open. And also wood. There's like a lot of gray and stone in here. I think we could switch it up by using some wood tones. So the build, it's not like a perfect square, I think, here. So what I think I want to do is maybe like an oval. I think an oval around this thing could be kind of cool. You know, actually, I think I'm wrong. Looking at the base of this build, it might actually be a perfect square, but it doesn't matter. I still want to do an oval. I never do oval domes. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think it could end up looking pretty cool. So oval dome, we're going to start with spruce pillars going up. Then I think I'm going to turn it into dark oak. The dark oak wood will cap off the spruce logs like basically perfectly. So the dark oak around the edge, and then it's back to spruce wood for me. It's nothing personal, dark oak wood, but it's just so dark. I feel like on a big dome, dark oak wood isn't going to look as nice as spruce wood. Bonus points to spruce wood because I really like it, and also there was never any rules about not using spruce wood in this world after all, so that's kind of amazing. Without a doubt, we use spruce wood on top of this thing to try and create a dome. The dome is going to be a dome, except this time it's going to be an oval dome. I think the oval dome is going to be pretty similar to a sphere dome, and I kind of have the hang of those things, so I'm just going to try and use those techniques that I know for a sphere, stretch it out, elongate it, and then it should work. Couple more spruce blocks, and I mean, I don't know, I feel like the shape looks pretty good. Like, maybe it's not perfect, but I feel like it makes sense in terms of the build. It looks realistic, so we're gonna give that a pass. But here's the thing, this build is old. Like, it's meant to be, like, not exactly in the best condition, which means I think what we need to do is come back in here and pull some of these blocks out. So put some holes in the roof. I think that's gonna make it look really, really cool. Yeah, so random holes in the roof, and then probably some vines on the roof too. So like random leaf piles, maybe creeping down the side of this thing. I don't want to go like too crazy with it, but yeah, like random leaf piles. Maybe even some of these ones like cut down into the build. I'll make it hang down a little bit more, and then like over here, like spilling off of the front of this thing. I feel like that could be kind of cool looking. So, you know, like things kind of like that, but all over the thing, make it look a little bit better. And then same thing on the ground. Piles of leaves on the ground too. Changed all of this over to grass. I'm gonna let that do its thing. Maybe I'll come back in and put like a tiny bit, the smallest amount of coarse dirt inside of this thing. And then I did also come back in and put some lanterns inside of the build here just to provide a little bit of light, you know, make it a little bit safer. See, the trickiest part about doing these leaves on the roof is making sure they like make sense. Like I don't want to put the leaves on the roof and then it looks like really strange from a distance. So I'm gonna try this out. The leaves might actually end up coming off of the roof. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I really do like the idea of the leaves like creeping through the build and then also hanging off of it. So hopefully it works out and it's okay looking. And also definitely could use some more arches. I mean, everything could always use more arches. So let's try and get some of those in the build too. Oh yeah, and somehow I actually genuinely almost forgot. The actual spider room itself. Deep slate. Dark oak. Cobblestone. Mossy cobblestone. Iron bar. Spruce wood. Spruce staircase. More deep slate. The spider farm is finished. The day is just beginning. That brings us to this exact moment in the episode right here. Welcome back, everybody. I've been busy working, and I've been busy eating. Like, these carrots, you just burn through these things. It's been so long since I've used these as a main food source, and, you know, to be honest, I hope I can bring that energy back soon and basically ditch these things because rough. Yeah, that's the only way I could describe it. In between episodes, I'm definitely going to have to harvest a little bit of food, but today's build. So from over here, I mean, you will be the judge for sure. But I feel like that looks like a dome. Like, for sure, you can't tell at all what that thing on the inside is from over here. But, like, the top? That's, like, domey looking, definitely. But I think every day that passes, I fall more and more in love with 1.18. If it wasn't for 1.18, the scenic mountain right there, we would have never had it. Having nice-looking terrain around builds, like, just levels everything up so much. Now, up close, I did what I could, okay? I don't have very much bone meal. Poppies it was. I have a poppy farm running, of course, so poppies. I figured they kind of match the eye of the spider statue in the middle anyway, so they're there. I put a waterfall in there somewhere. I did a little bit of terraforming around this area. I think it turned out pretty nicely. Now, of course, the main part of this build is down here. Now, we're not working with too much right now, but this is what I could come up with. A little water design down here to spice it up a bit. We don't fall into it too, so that's great. I've got the furnaces with, of course, the pipes out of them. You would never want smoke inside of this room, so that's why you need the pipe. Over here, we have an aerial view of the build today. It's an oval right there. If you were to go into the sky and look down at the build, it would look something like that, minus the stone bricks. Random chests sitting around here for decoration, plus storage. Stone cutter, of course, for cutting. Crafting table, of course, for crafting. When it comes to the true decoration of this room, I wasn't able to pull off too much. We don't really have very many item frames. We don't have banners that would look amazing there. And we also don't have spider heads. So, spider heads. Can I get spider heads from this farm? That's a good question. Without the data pack, you can never get a spider head. And the point of the data pack is to get heads from mobs that you can't get a head from. So, I think we can. But I also think the drop rate is like insanely low. I've been here like taking out spiders while I'm working on the build. Not a single spider head at all quite yet. Once I get them, decorate this area with spider heads, like on top of the barrel just sitting around. Think it would look really good, but when will I get them? I guess only time will tell us. But that's going to do it for today's episode. The Spider XP farm over here at this base, we're set. I guess technically not 100% sure, but pretty sure the next move here is going to be setting up an enchantment setup and enchanting. Also expanding the cow farm. Also expanding the sugarcane farm. I didn't even consider that. That's your job for next time, though. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Consider leaving a like on the episode. It really helps them out. And subscribe if you want to see more episodes like this one. Huge thank you to my patrons, Swoopy Louver and Cypher1158 with Justin and Jacob P. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you all for watching. This has been me, your boy. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.